When you run a production stack, obviously you want to make sure that your databases are backed up. Now, usually when you use a managed database provider, the backup is most of the time a disk that's used by the database server. However, most of our applications use more than just one database. Here I have a Rails stack that's deployed on AWS. It has Rails, MySQL, and Redis. We also support Postgres, MongoDB, Elasticsearch, and other types of databases, but these two are very common. What I want to do is I want to take a backup of both of them at the same time, and this is what you can do with Cloud 66 Managed Database Backups. The reason that I want to take the backup at the same time is that it will provide almost like a snapshot of my data at that point in time, and I want to restore my application because of some issue that potentially has happened with my data. I will go back in time to a point in time with the backup, and it's restored across all of my databases instead of having only one database taken or having these different databases backups taken at different times. Taking backups or setting up backups is very easy. I go to add-ins, choose database backups. We have two options here, managed and unmanaged. Managed is when we take a backup, ship it to Cloud 66 storage location, or unmanaged when we take a backup the same way, but we keep it on the disk of the server and you can decide what you want to do with it. Here what we can do is that we can choose which databases to take a snapshot at the same time. Take the frequency and configure the frequency of the backup for both databases, whether we want it to be compressed or not. And if you have a database replica, as in a master and a replica, usually we recommend that you take the backup on a replica to reduce the pressure on the master and avoid degrading the performance of your application. The last option here is if you want to take a binary backup, which is faster, or a text backup where you can download it and restore it locally on your local database, or you can use it between different versions of a database where the binary format is not compatible. Now I just click the create backups, and a few seconds later I have my backups managed and taken. Now one last thing is, if your backups are corrupted for whatever reason, or you're not taking a full backup of what you need to restore it in time, probably when you need to restore it, finding out that it's not the full backup is the worst time. So one of the features that we offer is verified backups. And so using verified backups are very easy. All you need to do is to create a backup verifier file with the name of or the type of your database and drop it in your code base. You can populate it with a query that will verify the integrity of your data. And this is a very simple one, essentially wanting that you not have anything other than 0 number of users. Very simple, but it's a good example. You write your query and you express what's the result, expected result for it is. What happens is that once we take the backup, we download the backup to a third secure server. We spin up the same database that you use, the same version, same collision, everything from a configuration point of view, exactly the same as your database that you would restore the backup onto. We restore the backup and run these queries. If all the queries come back with the expected results, then your backups will have a verified tick, which is very useful. If you need to restore it, you know that your backups are reliable. Running backups is very easy with databases that are supported with Cloud 66, and it includes Postgres, MySQL, MongoDB, Redis, Elasticsearch, and a lot of other databases.